Welcome back, y'all, to another chill chat conversation. I express the importance of self-care. Some people be like, self-care? What is self-care? Why we need that? Where they doing that at? We doing it today, right here. So, one Welcome back, y'all, to another chill chat conversation. I am so excited to be doing this video today because it is much needed. I've had this video topic to be requested to me, and it's also something that I've been dealing with all week. Well, I have been dealing with things all week to have to be able to use this. But today the topic is going to be self-care, y'all. Self-care. I cannot express the importance of self-care. Some people be like, self-care? What is self-care? Why we need that? Where they doing that at? We're doing it today, right here. So I am so excited because this week has been crazy for me. It has been one of the toughest weeks that I had in a long time. It's just dealing with so many different things, that we deal with on the daily basis. And then when there's extra things that's added to it, it just makes all your days seem longer and just more stressful. And you just have to be like, I got to do something for me, take some time for me. So a lot of people, they don't really have a full understanding of exactly what self-care is. So self-care is basically anything that you can do to take care of yourself that's going to promote health and just well-being. Personal definition of self-care is I am important enough to take care of myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I care enough about myself to take care of myself in those ways. Because if I don't, I already know what it's going to be. One thing that I teach very often is that in order for you to be able to really dig deep and be able to identify the areas that you would need to take care of yourself in, is to be able to really identify your thoughts and your emotions, being aware of how you're feeling, why you're feeling it, why your thought process is the way that it is, what has occurred to kind of get you off balance, what has occurred, that was mood altering or something that just completely changed the mood of your day or the structure of your day. What are some things that may have interrupted your daily routine, something that had just got you off? It is really critical and crucial for you to be able to identify those things, because without being able to identify those things, what you'll do is you'll set yourself up to believe that what you're experiencing in that current moment is the only reason why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And that actually is not true. I'm going to use the example anger, because many people, when they get angry, all they can say in that moment is that I'm angry. Someone may ask them, well, why are you angry? I don't know, I'm just mad. I'm just mad right now. I'm ticked off. I need time. That's all well, good, and okay, but anger is a secondary emotion. That means that something has to occur before anger just shows up. So I'm going to break down a scenario for you for an example as to why it is very important to be able to identify the root cause to what you're actually feeling in that moment. So the end cause that I'm going to describe to you, it is someone who is angry because they went to lunch and they got cold food. Okay. Let me just say right there, that is a very legit reason to be angry. I mean, you can go from 0 to 10 real quick when you be sitting in line, especially if it's a line that has been long and drawn out and your stomach is hitting your backbone. I know you are angry. But for the sake of the example, let's go back in the day. So say that same, for one, the start of their day is them waking up past their alarm clock. Now, you know, whenever you wake up late for anything, whether your alarm has went off or you forgot to set your alarm, you are immediately put into overdrive for the rest of the day. I mean, there's nothing else that can be done about that situation besides the fact that now you are in a rush, you are easily frustrated, and the whole day now seems to be in rush mode. But you make it out the door, you jump in your car, and of course, because during the days when you are running late, the stoplights are automatically programmed against you and has decided that it's going to stop at every red light just because. And y'all know that's how y'all be feeling. Y'all be yelling at them lights, man. When you are running late, it's almost like you expect the lights to be running late with you, and that all you're going to get is green. But the reality of the situations is usually all you get is the red. So you running late, you have those emotions. You are in rush mode, you are frustrated, you are maybe a little bit emotional, whatever you are experiencing that moment. Plus the new emotions that you are now experiencing at these stoplights, which is probably more frustration, anxiety. Now you know I'm really going to be late. There's no second guessing, I'm going to be late. So you have anxiety, you have added emotions. So you have the emotions from running late plus the emotions from sitting at the stoplight. Well, you finally get to work, and out of all days, your boss is in the same building that you have to go in. Y'all know y'all been in this situation probably more than once. But anyway, the boss is right there. So now you have even more emotions that are being built up, maybe even more anxiety, depending on who you're dealing with, maybe a little bit of fear, maybe a little bit of embarrassment. You are running late to work, and the day that you are running late, your boss is standing right there looking at you coming to the door. And what else do you do besides make up something to say, I'm sorry, I'm late, I know I'm late, blah blah. Like, it's very awkward in that moment. So those are 3 incidents already, 3 different completely sets of emotions all added into one. So you continue to go about your day is kind of getting started, you're kind of starting to calm down maybe a little bit, or you're just consumed completely with the emotions that you have been experiencing already. And it is lunchtime, you jump in your car. Like I said, your day is already on rush mode, because that's just the feeling that you feel typically when you wake up past the time you're supposed to wake up. And you got this long drive through, all you want to do is eat because you didn't eat breakfast because you were running late. So you already missed out on that. Your stomach is literally in your back talking to you. And you travel to the drive-thru, you pay what you gotta pay, you get your food, open that bag. When I'm saying it's smelling good, my stomach is rumbling, literally talking to me, and you pull out the fry, you eat that fry, and it's cold. You angry. That's legit. You angry. But what I want you to be able to understand is that the reason that anger was able to show up so quickly in that moment is because you have experienced already so many emotions before that you never really had the chance to process and deal with. I can almost guarantee that if that person was able to take the time to just process those moments, their day would have looked completely different. For example, when you wake up past your alarm clock and you already know that you may be late, and if you have the ability to email your boss or send your boss a text or call your boss and let them know that, hey, I woke up late, I'm going to be a few minutes late. That right there takes all of the rest of that whole equation out. Because, not to say that you're going to go slow or nothing like that, but at least you're not walking out the door still thinking that I have to rush my way to work, I have to beat myself to work before anybody will notice. That's not the point. The point is that you woke up late for whatever reason. Maybe you went to bed late. Maybe that was really the start of it. Maybe you went to bed late, or you experienced some restlessness throughout the night. You didn't really get a good sleep, and so you woke up late. But just a simple example of calling your boss and informing them, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late, relieves you of the rest of the anxiety that you're feeling at this stoplight. The frustration that you're feeling at the stoplight. The frustration that you're feeling seeing your boss walking through the door. The anxiety, the awkwardness. They already know. They already know that you're going to be walking in late. So that completely takes that out the way. So there is some things that we can do to avoid becoming more angry. And then there are some things that we can't. So my week this week has been very challenging. Oh my goodness. It was finals week for one. I told you guys I am in school for my master's for social work. And this semester has been kind of up and down, to be honest, just because it was something that was new. I'm working a full-time job, trying to get, trying to get comfortable with my new schedule, trying to get comfortable with and getting comfortable with having to make a daily routine for myself now that I'm working in school, in a relationship, with family, and it's just so many things that we have to give our energy to throughout the day. If you don't have an organized daily routine, you are liable to be more frustrated. But it's finals week, and I had been having issues with my computer literally the entire semester. I'm going to even say that for a whole nother video, because if you guys are going through school, you understand the struggle. But my computer literally hates me. I don't know what I did to it. That thing hates me. There was literally a few major assignments that I was in the middle of, almost finished with, and my computer decided to say, forget you, Renessa. I'm shutting down. I'm shutting off. I'm tired. I'm like, seriously? Right in the middle of my assignment, completely wiped almost everything I had to completely start over. And of course, that decided to happen during finals week. I had problems with being able to upload some of my videos. It was just a whole mess. And then it was kind of strenuous at work this week, just because we had some very intense situations that we had to deal with. And so, it was kind of just a little bit chaotic. There was a lot of tough decisions that had to be made. There's a lot of things that I had to do just in general, just because of all the situations that were happening all at one time. The blessed part about it is starting a YouTube channel that has helped me a whole lot, just being able to exert some positive energy. So I am so thankful for this channel even already, and I hope that y'all are grateful for it too. But it's just been so many things in my personal life, just having to, just having different emotions that I have to deal with, some decisions that, I have to be made on a daily basis. It's just a lot of things. It was just a lot of overwhelming things this week. And I literally found myself, breaking down. It was kind of like that last straw. Something happened. It was like that last straw. And it just sent me kind of like into like emotional roller coaster. Like, it just seemed like everything was up and down. There was loops that I wasn't expecting to occur. There was dips that I was not expecting to take. The speed of it all was not what I was expecting. So I am warranted some self-care, guys. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure that some of you guys out there as well have had a big week. It is the holidays. That's warranted stress already, trying to figure out, what am I getting this person, and when am I getting that person, and what's the plans for this, and what's the plans for that. So it is definitely the time to really be practicing some self-care, really asking yourself, like, what am I dealing with, processing through it all, and then doing something that's going to help you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, some of you guys financially. There's many areas. I just named off 4, but there's many areas that we need to direct our self-care needs to. So with that being said, if I am experiencing a financial issue, and I am needing to provide myself with some positive energy in that direction, I wouldn't necessarily do the same self-care activity that I would do if I was dealing with something emotional. So, for example, one way that I've dealt with my self-care, like I said yesterday, pretty much I had a breakdown. I was very emotional. And it had been a while since I really sat down and cried. I remember I told you guys in another video how usually when I feel like I have a lot of emotional baggage, I would go ahead and jump in my car and I'll put on my music and I'll go for a drive and I'll just cry, just release all of that, all of the tension, all the negativity. And it's been a while since I really just sat and intentionally cried just to release. And so yesterday I was on my way home and I was listening to my girl Miranda Curtis. If y'all haven't heard of her, go check her out. She is absolutely amazing. When I say she is a powerful singer, like she puts you in your emotions. It's like you run to God after you listen to her. I don't know, but I was listening to her song called Press. And I was just crying and crying and crying and just releasing and just asking God to take away, some of the things that I was struggling with, or give me a clear direction, about where I'm supposed to go, even with my job, and things like that. And self-care, just the topic of self-care, came up a few different times this week in my conversation. Because I had to talk to my instructor about my internship. So I was trying to square all that away. And he was like, I don't really know you. He said, but I see the work that you're doing in classes, and I'm seeing, that you have a full-time job, and just the things that you're describing, all the different things that you do at work, you have a full load, and I was kind of letting him into, how I started my channel, and that's been one thing that I've been doing for self-care. And it's just like, even he was able to recognize, that I'm carrying the load. So if I'm not conscious of that, that I am carrying the load on a daily basis, I have to be able to release some of that tension somewhere, and I have to be able to practice some self-care. Usually I would, put on my favorite show, or I'll watch a movie that I'm interested in, or I'll play some music and, just kind of, get my little jig on. If y'all don't dance in the shower, you doing something wrong. That's the best time to sing and dance is in that doggone shower. I promise you that. The shower time is my favorite time. I don't know about you guys, but shower time is literally my favorite time, because it's just the one place that you can just be one with yourself. You can just be aware of yourself, experiencing the warmth of the water, and just a calmness, so I play my music, while I'm in the shower, sing my heart out. I can't say that it's good all the time, but I be trying, we just sing my heart out and, just get out that negative energy. There is multiple things that you can do for self-care. The main thing is that you want to make sure that it is promoting health. If you are doing something in the name of self-care, it has to be something that's going to promote positive energy and promote health. So for some, I know that for some people, when they are stressed out, when they eat a lot of sweets and taking a lot of caffeine and things like that, it actually stresses them out more and causes them to have more of negative energy. So if there are some things that you need to do, go back to my video if you are experiencing restlessness, because even though it's entitled restlessness, it can also help you to literally just wind down from your day, and also just a proper way to be able to wake yourself up. Also refer back to my video, decluttering your mind. If you need tips on how to properly declutter your mind, go back to that video and watch that video, and that can also be a part of your self-care process. You know, I am excited to jump into my self-care this weekend. I'm gonna be doing my hair, getting all dialed up. Not necessarily getting all dialed up, I'm just gonna be doing my hair really, but you know, I'm gonna be doing my hair. I'm gonna try to rest. You know, I finally finished finals week, you know, so I'll be off for about a month, so I'll be able to really focus on, you know, my YouTube videos, which has been extremely amazing for me. Like I said, I hope that it's been amazing for you too. But you know, just doing things that's going to make me feel good about me this weekend, because that's what I need. For some of you guys, I'm not afraid to say, you know, I attend therapy. You know, I was able to have a session yesterday and really be able to release some of that emotional and mental baggage. You know, so for some of you guys, if that's an option, you know, that you feel like is appropriate for you, I would suggest that you find you someone you can talk to. And if therapy is not a thing for you, that's okay. You know, therapy is not always the solution, but I had to put it out there because I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of insight of some examples of what you can do for self-care. That's something that I do for self-care. I think is very beneficial to me. It has helped me a lot so far, and I'm going to allow it to continue to help me. You know, because one thing about therapy just in general, it allows you to be more self-aware. You're talking about things in there that you may come out at the end of, and you be like, yo, I have to take accountability for some stuff that I may not have wanted to take accountability for. It just makes you overall aware of you in general, and also it just makes you aware of how some outside factors may be affecting you individually, you know. And so if therapy is an option for you, I encourage you to involve in some therapy. If not, like I said before, find a trusted person that you can talk with to really be able to get out some of those things that you're holding on to. Like I said, I'm a stuffer. I stuff everything down. And, you know, I was just talking to my boyfriend about this today. He was talking to me about it today, you know, that I have to take accountability for, you know, is that I do, you know, I stuff things down, and I don't necessarily say what's on my mind until it's kind of too late and I'm exploding, which is kind of what I did this week as well. You know, I wasn't taking the time to properly wind down throughout the day, and I was not really getting a lot of sleep this week. So it was kind of just like a lot of added pressures to this week on top of everything that just happened. So when you're finding yourself in that place, maybe, I know one thing that helped me this week, which is actually my restlessness video, is I was actually getting up and eating a little bit of something before I started my day, whether it was grapes or a banana or a piece of toast. And I was actually trying to be cautious of, you know, really fueling my body to jumpstart my day. And so there's so many things that you can do for self-care. You know, you just have to find out what works for you and find out what doesn't work for you, because I would hate for you to be wasting your time, you know, watching a movie when movies are not really your thing. You know, if movies are not your thing, don't count it as a self-care activity, because it's not going to benefit you at all. But if you're more of a YouTube watcher, or if you're more of a TikTok watcher, or if you're a journaler, or if you're the kind of person that sits down and, you know, just be vulnerable with yourself, if you're a person who really benefits from eating a lot of fruits and vegetables instead of eating a lot of sugary stuff, you know, that's all self-care. You know, self-care looks different literally for everybody. What I do for self-care may not work for you, and what you do for self-care may not work for me. But as long as you are doing something that is going to promote good health and promote a good well-being, do it. Do it, and do it as often as you can. We really should be doing self-care throughout the day. You know, just little snippets throughout the day doing self-care. Even if that's you getting something that you really wanted for lunch, and if that's going to improve your mood and improve your day and improve your schedule, then do it. Go out to lunch, have that time. That's one thing that I've noticed, especially when I'm at work and a lot of stuff is going on. I do benefit from just leaving. Even if I brought my lunch for the day, even if I just go sit in my car and remove myself away from the building, it's actually really helpful for me because I'm not feeling like I'm just sitting in, the things that I'm dealing with. So sometimes self-care does look like removing yourself from the things that you are dealing with and putting yourself in a completely different environment just to step away, just to get your head back clear, So like I said, self-care looks different for everybody. I'm sure enough going to be doing some self-care this weekend. I hope that you're going to be doing some self-care this weekend. I'm actually getting ready to go into Five and Below right now. I'm just sitting in this parking lot, because I'm getting ready to go into Five and Below. There's a lot of things that I've seen in there, that they have been, talking about on social media and things like that. So I just kind of like want to check it out and see the new stuff that they have there. But I encourage you to do some self-care, to really dig deep and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and go from there. I sure know I'm about to. So I hope that this video was a benefit to you. I hope that it causes you to think about something that you may have not previously thought of. And if there is any advice that you can give for self-care, please put it down in the comment section. We're here to help each other. If there is something that you would have wanted me to put into the video, or that you want me to talk about further, please put it in the comment section below. I look at the comment section all the time. Like I said, this topic was actually suggested to me, so I take my comment section seriously. So if there's anything, any topics that you want me to bring to the Chill Chat channel, please let me know. Put it in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.